right, so we have 5 guests on this episode of Rush Roundtable. We have Zach, Brendan, Steve, Nick, and Chris, 3 of which are brand new guests. That would be Zach, Brendan, and Steve, and they're going to go ahead and introduce themselves. They're going to give you their favorite song or songs if they have one. I know it's hard to choose. They're going to give you their favorite album or albums if they have one or multiple, and then just something Rush related about themselves, perhaps a number of shows they've seen, if they've met the band, anything like that. So Zach, why don't you go ahead first?
Okay, so my name is Zach, and my favorite Rush song is, I have 2. It's Driven and Working Them Angels. And a fact about Rush that I like is, when I was really young, the first time I knew about Rush was when my mom and dad let me watch like a Neil Peart DVD of him drumming, and yeah. And I've signed 2 live concerts, which are R40 and Clockwork Angels, because I was a little too young to see my first previous shows.
Cool, man.
Awesome, man.
And you're what, 12? You said?
Yeah, I'm 12. Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Cool.
It's pretty awesome that we have so many young Rush fans and Rush being passed down from generation to generation.
Good parents.
Yeah. All right. Brendan, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Brendan. I've been a Rush fan for close to 30 years. I've seen them, I don't remember how many times, but more than 12 across about 20 years. My favorite album is definitely Hemispheres, and I have here my autographed Hemispheres from Geddy.
Nice.
Who signed that for me when I met him at a My Favorite Headache signing 20 years ago.
Cool.
So that was certainly a thrill. So I've been enjoying the Permanent Waves Hemispheres live, although as Ryan mentioned earlier, it is unfortunately a bridged version. Another great deep cut that I've been listening to lately, if you can call it that, is Freeze from Vapor Trails, which they call Part 4 of Fear, which makes it a companion song to Witch Hunt, the Weapon, and the Enemy Within. And, for those who may only have a passing familiarity with Vapor Trails, Freeze is actually a great song.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Steve.
Hey, so I've been a Rush fan since I was 15. The first time I ever saw them was in 1981 on the Moving Pictures tour, and I've seen them 27 times.
Wow.
Just love these guys, and got every album, and a big fan. And out of all of it, my favorite song is La Via Strangiato. To me, that's just like the epitome of just master rock and roll. Really, my favorite album overall is Hemispheres, probably as a result of that. But I love the track Hemispheres we were just talking about. I love that song too. But a song I've been hooked on lately is Vital.
Actually, hold that thought. We'll get into that in a second. We'll get into songs we're hooked on in a second. I did want to. No, that's all right. I did want to ask Brendan, what was the first show that you saw? Did you mention that?
I did. So, although I got into them after Roll the Bones came out, I didn't actually get around to seeing them until 96. And then I saw them 3 times on the Test for Echo tour, so trying to make up for lost time.
Okay. Awesome.
Wow.
All right. So now we're going to go through songs we're currently hooked on. So
Sorry.
no problem. I could have just let you go, but I figured it'd make more sense to do it all in sequence. Actually, look at that. Perfect timing. Our one guest who
All right.
was having some technical difficulties is joining us now, so we're gonna have him come in and we're gonna have him introduce himself here. All right. Mark.
All right.
He is connecting to
He's
audio.
connected to audio. There we go.
I'm already looking at the guitars.
All right.
There you
Mark.
go. Hey, Mark.
Perfect. We caught you in some downtime here. So you as a new guest on the roundtable, what would be have you introduce yourself basically? What would be your favorite song if you have one, your favorite album if you have one, or perhaps maybe just something Rush related about yourself?
Lots Rush related. I've been a fan since the Caress of Steel album. That was the first concert I saw. Rush was backing up
Nice.
to Nazareth. in
Very cool.
Wow.
19 some 70s year when I was about 12, and I've seen every tour since, literally every tour, including not the last one, but Clockwork Angels. Saw them in London, and I've met the boys a few times in meet and greets over the years. But we actually got to have a sit-down dinner with them in London, England, at the Canadian consulate there.
Wow.
So,
Cool.
that was with
Totally awesome.
Geddy, Alex, their wives, Ray, the manager, and Liam, which I was kind of fun to meet Liam because I always remember him having long hair. He's on the sleeve of the Fly By Night cover inside, and he's the road manager now, so he's been with them from day one.
Yep.
Wow.
Cool. Wow, that's amazing.
So
That's great.
I've got lots of stories.
Now you saw them in London. Now where are you? Are you in the UK or are you from the US
No,
or
I'm
Canada?
in Vancouver, Canada.
Okay.
Oh, sweet, man.
Oh, beautiful.
So
Awesome.
Canada's home, but I've been to Toronto to see many shows, and Saskatoon, Edmonton, Dallas, Chicago, London, Amsterdam. Yeah. I have the list. I can't go on off by heart. I really can't. So, anyways.
Cool.
That's
Um,
awesome.
that's really cool. So yeah, we what we do next is we tell our followers a song that we're currently hooked on by Rush, and we'll start with youngest first, being Zach, and then we'll just go in order across my screen. So Zach, why don't you go first? Tell us a Rush song you're currently hooked on, man.
Song I'm currently hooked on has to be Caravan because it's a really good song and I just like it. I can't explain why I like it.
It's all right, man. You like it. That's what's important.
Yeah.
Brendan?
So I kind of jumped the gun earlier. I mentioned my recent going back and listening to the song "Freeze" from what they call the Fear series. Those of you who remember the dark times, certainly when Neil had his personal tragedies, everyone wondered what the future of the band was, and for that reason, Vapor Trails I just think of as such a triumphant album. Literally from the opening notes, which you can all hear in your head right now, that opening drums, such a triumphant album. And so to see a song on that album that that kind of harkens back and connects to some of their earlier tracks, I thought to be really special. And again, it's not a song that you immediately go to in your head when you think of Vapor Trails, but it's a fantastic track.
Yep.
Hey, speak for yourself. It is for me.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
I love that song. Steve?
So yes, the song that I'm really hooked on right now is Vital Signs off of Moving Pictures. And I'll get to that in a minute why, but I just think that song is awesome. It's got a great hook, and it's got a great feel to it. I think it gets overshadowed often by all the other great songs on that album, but Vital Signs to me is just a classic Rush song. I love it.
Cool.
Awesome. Nick?
I mean, I know I'm wearing the Permanent Waves shirt in honor of the release, but I'm actually hooked on two songs. One of them is Countdown because of SpaceX on Saturday. I was so pumped when that happened. Immediately in my car afterwards, on the way down to Pittsburgh, I had Countdown playing because of that.
Real quick, Nick, just to let everyone know watching, this is being recorded on June 1st, FYI.
Oh,
so that's
sorry.
why he's no problem. I just want to let everyone know because
Yes.
it usually takes about a month for these to get released. So go ahead, continue.
Yeah, Countdown because of the SpaceX. And then, as you mentioned, it's June 1st. The other song that's been hitting hard lately is Test for Echo, and I don't think I need to go any more on why. I think we all know why.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, really hitting hard.
Yeah.
Chris?
Hi. I've been watching the Snakes and Arrows DVD a lot, and
in particular Natural Science. Just that performance is killer. And so yeah, I've been listening to that endlessly.
Cool. Nice.
Endlessly rocking. All right, Mark.
Yeah.
Well, just in thinking about this and kind of the favorite concerts being Time Stand Still, I'm all over Time Stand Still, that song. I think that when I saw that tour in Chicago, Geddy's range was just incredible on that song. And as soon as it comes out, I just go crazy, and it's on my mind for days.
Sweet.
Very nice.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Does the live concert bring back memories?
I'm
Recorded?
sorry?
The recorded concert they did, does it bring back memories?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah,
100%.
you got to see that. I love that.
100%. I
I'm
mean,
so
the
jealous.
the stage show was absolutely identical. We were in Chicago and very close, and the film, that was the best filmed show, I think, anyways. And the recording was done so well, and everybody was on par. Yeah. And Geddy's range, like I said, was out of his singing voice at that time. Not that it was that long ago, and it wasn't in the middle of their days, and wasn't the end of their days, but it was just so perfect to me.
Right.
Now you're talking about Time Stands Still from Time Machine, correct? The
Time Machine, yeah. Sorry.
Okay,
Sorry.
okay.
Yeah,
No problem. I just want to clarify. Okay, yeah. Jim, go ahead.
Well, I'm going to give a shout out to a song that I haven't heard anybody give a shout out to. Doesn't mean it hasn't happened, but it's Malignant Narcissism. It's such a great instrumental off of Snakes and Arrows.
That's like my
And-
second favorite instrumental
Oh yeah?
song. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. It's just sort of like it reminds me of YYZ in a way, with the bass
Yeah.
and drums interplay
Absolutely.
there. And it's short, kind of gets to the point. It's just a really fun, cool tune.
Yeah.
You know,
and it was when you guys were doing the instrumental discussion. That wasn't that long ago. That's. I mean, I like that probably as much as YYZ. Definitely.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that on DVD live at Alaire when they did the recording at Alaire Studios?
They're recording in a Lair studio.
No, I didn't see that.
The making of the
making of. Yeah.
Oh, the
yeah,
making
yeah.
of the one.
Mhm.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Wasn't Malignant Narcissism? It was the very last.
It was the
song
last-
that they
yeah, oh,
played.
yeah,
They
yeah.
played it
Yeah.
live.
Alex
Yeah.
wasn't even there when
Yeah.
they
he
were
was
working on it.
doing something
Right.
else, and Geddy and
I
Neil
think
were
he
just
was
jamming.
dealing with that. I think he was dealing with the post-arrest fallout in Florida. Timing-wise, I think that makes about sense. That's where he was. So yeah.
That's
getting
why
that
he's my
done.
fave.
Poor guy.
Yeah. So for myself, song that I'm currently hooked on, Nick touched on it, Countdown, because of the SpaceX launch here just recently, today, June 1st. And Hemispheres as well from the Permanent Waves box set that also just came out. The live version of Hemispheres, I've listened to that quite a bit in the last number of days, because to my knowledge it is the longest live version of Hemispheres that has been released on disc. So with that, Matt, why don't you wrap it up?
So yeah, the song I want to give a shout out to is Everyday Glory, because talking about like live songs we've seen them do live, and that won't be in anybody's favorite set list, unfortunately, although it could have been. But I just always loved that song. I thought it was a shame that they never brought it out live.
One of many.
Great one. Great tune.
Yeah. See episode 1 for, I think, songs never played live, episode 1.
Oh yeah.
There you
Wow.
go.
We'll have to do a part 2 of that at some point. So cool. Today's topic is favorite set list that you saw live. So basically, if you want, those that have seen, a couple, 2, 3, 4 set lists, if you want to, or shows, if you want to list them, go ahead. Those that have seen Rush since Caress of Steel, such as Mark. I wouldn't go through every single one of them, but but those that have seen the band that much, if you guys want to pick, a couple, like perhaps 2 of your favorite sets, by all means do so, because there's obviously a lot more to choose from than some of us newer Rush fans. So, Zach, why don't you tell us what shows you've seen and what your favorite set list was?